Yeah. First question here.
I'm Mr. Jack. This is Prem from the Malaysian Reserve. It's a pleasure meeting you today. Can you tell us about the EWTP initiative which was launched yesterday for the Malaysian thing? We would like to know how can the initiative benefit Malaysian SMEs, and what is your expansion plan for EWTP? Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for your time, and sorry for keeping you waiting. I just came out of the place. Well, EWTP was the proposal I gave to the G20 last year, because as a business people that I focus a lot on the global trade, globalization, especially the today people don't like the globalization. And I think globalization, as I said, is just a baby, only 20 years, 20 to 30 years. We needed to give in globalization another 30 or 50 years, because you cannot kill the baby because the baby cries a lot, right? So we should make globalization more inclusive. How can we make more developing countries join the globalization? How can we help the small business join the globalization? How can we giving young people more working opportunities because of globalization? I think the past 20 years, the globalization is designed for big companies and designed by government, negotiated by government. So the Doha round being such a long time, I think I feel sorry for globalization, the WTO guys, that being putting 200 countries, government leaders in a one room, try to agree on something. So I think the next 10, 20 years, globalization should be driven by business people. Globalization should be involved by young people. So if the globalization can create more jobs for young people, for small business, that's something we should. So I call EWTP Electronic World Trade Platform. I do not call EWTO. ETO is another organization. That will go nowhere. So Malaysia, I'm very happy. When I talked to Prime Minister, he excited about the 97% of the business here are small business. So how can we help in the small business here? We need to find a country in Asia that working together, find out the solutions. And Malaysia always have a dream for having a digital Malaysia. So I think with the digital, with the small business, with the young people, we agreed 4 months ago. And the thing is that this e-hub in Malaysia specifically designed for small business to do exporting. A lot of free trade zone in the whole world, but these free trade zone only designed for big companies. Big companies can go through the custom office within like a short time, but small business don't have chance. So we want to make this hub easy for small business to import and export. Government can cut the bureaucratic, and also we would do a lot of like a big data to making sure the small business can use the data technology to improve their competitive power. So I think the beginning yesterday, the ceremony was good. The 4 months negotiation was good. But the very important that the next 4 years, whether we can have a good result. A good marriage does not necessarily have a good baby, but we have to have a good baby. Then that is the key. And I think I'm confident about the team that are working on this e-hub. I found a lot of people have come from the government offices in Malaysia. This is amazing. 4 months. I saw the people who joined this project are people from the private sectors and combined with government. So this is a perfect match. Thank you.
Yeah, the question over there.
马先生你好，我是新华社的记者，我最好用英文来问吧。
Okay.
My question is posed that Malaysia was involved in the EWTP initiative, just like Malaysia was also involved in the Belt and Road initiative proposed by China. So do you see any synergy between your EWTP and the Belt and Road initiative? You talked about a little bit yesterday in your speech, so can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think the EWTP could be considered as the private sector's movement on the One Road, One Belt. One Road, One Belt is driven by China. China, as the second largest economy of the world, take the responsibility of helping the next round of globalization. This is what I believe. Right, One Road, One Belt. And definitely that the Asian countries will benefit a lot But I think today One Road, One Belt is driven by government and public company. I mean the big companies a lot. So what I think the One Road and One Belt also need private sectors like Alibaba, supporting more small business. So this is what we think is complementary. We're working together. This is we pay special attention to the One Road, One Belt strategy and execution. And I think with the EWTP we can make One Road, One Belt more lively. Yeah.
So that's your own initiative in sport, Alibaba's own initiative in supporting the Belt and Road initiative?
Yeah, it's our own initiative. If it's our own issue, we want to be part of the One Road, One Belt, because of course, EWTP is not only about One Road, One Belt. We pay attention to South America, and later this year or mid this year, I'm going to Africa. So we would cover those countries that have small business, developing countries, and young people. So this is some the EWTP want to cover. Thank you.
马老师你好，我是来自人民网的记者张小贺，我想问您有关阿里的另外一项大的计划，因为我们知道阿里最近启动了一个关于 NASA 的一个计划，因为我们大家都知道这个科技的创新啊，在发展中是具有先导力量的，所以我们也是，但同时呢，这个科技创新呢，它也同时意味着在资金上啊、人才储备上啊，它是一个需要消耗大量精力的一个黑洞啊。所以我们也想问一下，阿里在前期已经有大量投入的基础上，我们未来在这一块的这个科研投入上有什么计划？会投向哪些科研核心的科技领域？另外呢，还有一点就是另外一个问题就是，现在媒体上啊还有好多人啊都认为阿里的这项计划可能会引发中国互联网领域的这样的一个军事竞赛的这样的一个概念，所以也想请您谈一谈，就是您对这个中国 BAT 之间啊，以及这个世界的领先企业之间的这种新科技竞争啊，您是怎么看？
Thank you. Yeah, her question is about, I think some people probably don't understand English, so I will try to translate, about Alibaba investment on the technology side. And because we just announced our strategy on investment on technology. And next is there's BAT, the Baidu, Tencent, and Alibaba. 3 companies in China all invest heavily on the high technology. It's going to be a competition among each other. I mean, it's like armed competition, right? Weapon competition Well, first, thank you very much for this question. We think that the future, the profit should come from the technology. As the internet company, we must own great technology, and Asian companies should also have a great technology like the Western countries. So this is why we invested heavily. We consider us as a data company, because 8 years ago we decided to make Alibaba a data company rather than an e-commerce company. And we think data, you needed data technology, computing capability, cyber securities, a lot of things. So this is why we think whether it's not because of competition we invest, we have to invest. We invest for the future, right? We invest for the future, we invest for the young people, we invest for the small business. Not every small business will have chance, money, talents to develop the technology. So we think our technology is designed for them. Second is about competition among the high-tech companies. I think if it's necessary, we should have competition. And the second, we should compete. Who can make the technology more inclusive? If you make the technology for only your company, you will never last long. Last century, every company make technology for themselves to grow. Our technology, everything we design, you were checking our plan. Every technology we invested, all try to empower small business, young people, and developing countries. We are not interested in like some edge technology that will go nowhere. We are not that pure technology company. We want to invest on the technology that people can use to be more creative on their side. Right, so we are different from the other, like a Google company. We think technology is for people to use, not people should be working for technology. Thank you.
Maybe a question over there.
Amanda from TV3. I'm here. Hi, sir.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'd just like to, on the lines of investment, is there any specific investment allocation from Alibaba with their, online with their expansion strategy for Southeast Asia and also Malaysia? Any specific fund?
Yeah, I think, first, investment is very important. But what we think is the investment of the commitment, investment of the talents, investment of the technology and know-how, the softer side. We pay special attention on that. As I said, my time I fly in the air more than 800 hours last year, which my company said, Jack, you spend most of the time outside China. So this is something that I think we invest. As the second, today, I think a lot of Malaysian media want to know that how much money Alibaba put in Malaysia, right? They probably, how much money. Let me tell you one thing. Let's change the concept of investment. The money investment, how large it is more like last century's concept. It's a real estate, real assets. For us, we're China. Microsoft did not invest a lot of money in China. IBM did not invest a lot of money in China, but they fundamentally changed the IT infrastructure. Of course, a real estate developer come to Malaysia will bring a lot of money. This is Malaysian need, but what Malaysia need, I think, is the technology, the way people think, the way people do business. Connecting Malaysia with China is the huge investment. We're not only working here with your government, with your people, we have to work with the China government, open more door to Malaysia's products and young people, and open doors to the other countries. So I would say we are preparing a big fund for EWTP, right? But specific number, we go round by round. It's not about money solve the problem. Today, we just came here yesterday, thanks to Malaysian government give us a big piece of land to develop for the e-hubs. And I brought the 16 logistic company owners. People probably do not realize those 16 people contribute close to 43% of the total global delivery yesterday. They came to Malaysia and they're all excited about the opportunities here. So I think these are the commitment. We were not only talking about the money, we bring partners. We bring knowledge and tech. This is what we think.
Yeah, maybe the lady at the back, she's been raising hands for.
Cindy from the Star newspaper. I just want to ask you, what are the exact roles that you will be playing as the advisor to the Malaysian government? What do you see yourself doing exactly as the advisor?
I think I consider my talk just an hour ago, in the past hour, is part of the job, right? And I do think it is. I hope one sentence of my speech make people start to think. If 10 people start to think differently, and these people will make the Malaysia difference. And I listened to a lot of speech in Davos. I was the first, 10, 15 years ago, 13 years ago, I went to Davos. Now I'm the board director for Davos. And I benefited a lot. Listen to different views and share ideas. And I think the other is I openly and very frankly discussed with the ministers and prime minister yesterday about my view about EWTP, my view about encouraging young people to using more mobile phones, encouraging government to, and I think this is, I think I will come here more, or when he comes to China, I grab every opportunity to talk to your government officers, what we believe, what we see, and what we want to share. So Prime Minister is very happy to accept my invitation. Before he goes for the, he goes to the One Road, One Belt, he come to my company. I will show him all the data, how we did, how we do. This is the role I'm doing, I think.
Is this a paid role?
This is payroll? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't want that kind of pay. I think it's my honor. It is something that I got. If more people start to do it, this is the best return I got. The money to me does not, yeah.
Can we ask the last two questions?
Mr. Ma, sorry, this
马老
side.
师，
Over
马老
this
师
side.
您好，我是央视的记者，在这边您的左手边。
Sorry.
对，马老师您好，我是央视驻印尼的记者。然后这次因为在马来西亚报道金正男的事情，所以有机会在这边可以和您面对面的交流，也是非常开心。那照顾本地媒体，我下面的问题用英语来问吧。So as we see that Alibaba has some investment in the Southeast Asia, but Southeast Asia, the market is quite different with China. So how do you think this market, and have you meet any challenges right now? And as I know that the president of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, he also invites you to be the advisor. So will you have another cooperation with the Indonesian government for the next step? Thank you.
Yeah, first, it's not, every market is different. Not only Southeast Asia, in China, Henan, Shanghai are different, right? So doing business is not easy. Not only doing business in Malaysia is easy, Indonesia is not easy, Shanghai is not easy, Beijing is not easy. So we think we are ready for the challenges. So far, so good. As I said yesterday, Malaysian government moved much faster than I thought. When Najib Prime Minister told me that, come Jack, in April we're gonna sign the deal. I say, oh, April, is it possible, right? Is that a work? But I think we really move faster, and our team are very happy. But as we say, negotiation is always simple. To make things happening is very difficult. And we are ready to solve the problem. And Alibaba, I think we are the company get used to face the challenges of difficulties. As Indonesia, yes, I don't have an opportunity being there yet, but our team already been to Indonesia for many times before I go to see the president. I don't want the president and I shake hands on the G20. Yes, we do something. And next time we go there, shake hands. Yes, we do something. So our team already in Indonesia. Our team is already in Philippines. Our team already in this area. We do a lot of things, understanding what we can do. So our way of doing things are different from the other company. Our first job going to any market looking for partners. We do not believe we can solve problem ourselves. We should partner and empower the partners and making sure our business here is the local business. It's not Alibaba business in Malaysia. It's the Malaysia business, Alibaba business. So this is what we did in India. This is what we did in the other countries. We hope the Malaysia EWTP hub belongs to Malaysia, operated by Malaysia. It's not like operated by Alibaba, owned by Alibaba. And Indonesia is the same thing. And this is why we want to hire more local people to China to work there and then send them back and then making sure they're the owners. So this is the difference between last century globalization and EWTP. EWTP is to making sure local people run locally.
Yeah. Last question, please.
Hi, Mr. Ma. This is Liu from Singchu Daily, a local Mandarin newspaper, Singzhou Repao. I just came back from Bangkok, Thailand, Bangkok. I noticed that every 7-Eleven have WeChat Pay, Alipay, and the major shopping center too. So my question is very simple. When will Alipay come to Malaysia? Recently, Samsung launched their Samsung Pay, but the e-wallet concept still not very acceptable here in Malaysia.
I think we have a high expectation that, and I think it's not about people consider, wow, Alipay come here and it probably is occupy the local market, but we consider that Malaysia should be a cashless society, should be more transparent, more efficiency. I discussed that with Prime Minister yesterday during the lunch, and he said he supported that idea. And I also got some requests when I was sitting there today with some ministers said, Jack, we should be moving that thing fast. Our team already signed the MOU with some partners here, and we want to be here sooner and better. For the mobile payment, it's not about financing only. It is about inclusive financing. It is about the transparency of the society. It is about young people have more opportunity to buy and sell and use. So I'm looking forward to that. It should not be very long time. And this is part of the key projects that we want to launch in Malaysia.
Okay,
Hope
thank
soon.
you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's time for Jack to. Okay, one last question. Okay.
Please.
I would like to follow up on that. On India, what is Alibaba's plan of growing in India? Via your stake in Paytm and Snapdeal. I mean, what are the plans? Do you look at a merger or like through acquisitions through Paytm, etc. Just the plans there. Are you looking to increase your stake in Snapdeal? Are you looking at a possible merger between Paytm and Snapdeal?
Malaysia, Paytm, India.
India.
Okay, yeah, we invested in the Paytm, and we empower Paytm with the technology know-how. They grow very fast and very healthy, and we are very happy with the result. Whether we should enlarge our investment in Paytm or not depends on the management. If they want it and we think it's necessary, we'll do it. We are not that interested in sort of big shareholder of a company. We want the entrepreneur be the largest shareholder. We want the Indian companies be the owner of their own payment. And we want Malaysia the same. If we come here, we want our partners here become the owner of the company. We want EWTP Malaysia Hub is owned, controlled, and managed by Malaysian people. And we just want empower by technology and know-how. And thank you very, very much again. And I hope I can be a good advisor, so that's why I talk a lot. And without the media, this thing cannot be done. And thank you. So hope someday, if you have a chance, come to Hangzhou and let's have a deep discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.